Deegan got her done, my dudes. 2024 Pro Motocross Champion Haiden Deegan. Hell yeah, bro. Love to see it. I really do. I mean, I don't care what you think about Haiden Deegan. It's just cool to see Brian Deegan's kid get this far. You know, Brian Deegan being an OG freestyle GOAT. It'd be kind of similar to like if Travis Pastrana had a kid that was coming through and, you know, made it this far. Like, it's just cool no matter how you want to look at it, right? Because it's got some, like, dirt bike legacy sort of implications to it, you know? But, yeah, man. So, Deegan goes out there in the last round. He damn near wins the first moto by about 420 seconds. He's like 30 seconds up and then falls off the bike like the last couple laps. He has like a goofy ass little crash that he's been doing like every single round. I don't know what's going on there, Chase Sexton, but you know, he's been doing that weird little fall over in the corner. He's doing a lot of that. But he still wins the first moto by like 10 seconds, wraps it up on that, goes out there in the second moto, which was really bizarre, and basically finishes like 30 seconds off the lead in the second moto. So he almost wins the first moto by 30 seconds and then loses the second moto by 30 seconds. I don't know what the hell's going on, but either way, he wraps up the championship with quite the healthy points lead. I don't know how the hell he did it. I mean, with how much he crashed, I am dumbfounded at how he had that much of a points lead. It really don't make any sense, but the points don't lie, bro. You know? I mean, there's just no denying it. Like, there really was no other major competition for Deegan in outdoors this year. For Supercross, there definitely was. You know, Deegan wasn't able to get the Supercross championship, and that's only with racing half of the 250 class. But then he goes out there in outdoors, and seemed like some of the Supercross guys were struggling this year in outdoors. They were having some way crazier ups and downs than what Deegan was having. So, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, hats off to Deegan. It's really cool to see. Listen, bro, I know because I truth talk about some of Deegan's off-the-bike antics. It makes it seem like I'm some big Deegan hater or something like that, right? But it's really not like that, bro. I mean, I enjoy watching him ride the bike. It's insane. I mean, it really is. Like, if you're just sitting there all 420'd up, bro, and you just watch them dudes going around the track, I mean, it's fucking amazing. Like, it actually doesn't even look real. You know what I mean? There's just something so cool about just watching them go around the track. I don't know, especially when Deegan's really hanging it out. You know, like I say, I love everything Deegan's doing on the bike. I think it's awesome. Brian Deegan's kid going out there getting a championship. It's badass, bro. Right? Obviously, you know, I think a lot of the stuff Deegan does off of the bike, like on the podium interviews, gets a little corny, gets a little cheesy. Of course, it's easy for all the, you know, the super Deegan defender boys to come out of the woodwork and say something like, you know, I mean, I'm still seeing that shit on Twitter of like, oh, you know, 3, 2, 1, incoming crybabies talking about Deegan's podium interview. It's funny to me because it's like the Deegan fanboys, they try so hard to manipulate and twist all of the podium antic stuff around to make it look like, you know, Deegan's just this badass moto kid that's, you know, he's shit talking and he's backing it up, bro, and you know, he's making it fun again, right? They try to make it seem like that's what he's doing, but the reality of it is Deegan is literally making up stuff. He's trying to create these rivalries that don't even exist. You know, you want to talk about crybaby? I mean, Deegan will go out there and literally start crying about a racing incident happening on the track. That's what he's doing when he says things like, Hymus, I'm going to have to pay you back, bro, for literally a first corner racing incident that could not have possibly been Hymus's fault. But no, everybody that wants to even criticize Deegan's interviews, no, we're the crybabies, boys. We're the crybabies. You're going to have to stop that shit, bro. You're going to have to stop that shit, dude. We're not criticizing shit talking. We are criticizing when you are literally creating reasons to shit talk somebody out of thin air. You are literally fabricating drama that does not exist, okay? That's not the same thing as like a real motocross rivalry or real motocross shit talking, all right? And yeah, Deegan's backing it up, but like, what? Who the hell is shit talking Deegan in the first place? Who the hell's actually doing something to Deegan on the track in the first place for him to be shit talking like that? That doesn't even make any sense, bro. Makes no sense, bro. But that's how it always goes when people try to cover up the stupid ass things that Deegan has said on the podium. That's what they do. They try to, put a blanketed statement and make it look like we're just not a fan of shit talking and we're just going after Deegan because, we're crying about Deegan, shit talking on the podium. That's not what it is, bro. That's not what it is, bro. Good try, but that's not what it is, bro. And you know that. You know that. You see what I'm saying, bro? Now, it all comes down to is all this that Deegan's doing on a 250 going to be able to translate over to the 450? I don't really know about that, Now, I think Deegan did speak in his interview that he will be trying to defend his 250 outdoor title, so he's at least going to stay 250 for next year's Supercross, next year outdoors, depending on if he can win that Supercross championship next year, he might go 450 the year after that. I'm not really sure, but I just don't want to see Deegan be like a 250 pro legend, and then he never does anything on a 450. You see the vibe I'm getting at here? It's like I don't want him to just be a college player legend, we don't want to create a Johnny Manziel here, right? Manziel, how am I the man still? Don't want to create that kind of vibe with Deegan, because it's so much hype in his 250 career. He's riding the hair off the 250. It's awesome, looks amazing, but I don't want it to be some short-lived career when you get years down the road and you start to look back at it, right? And it's kind of one of those things that's like, it's kind of funny to me because it's like people, and even like some of the broadcast guys, they'll say things like, it's incredible that Deegan's already winning his championship on his second year. It's like, yeah, but if you don't win a championship within 3 years in this shit, you pretty much lose your factory ride. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's such a narrow window of success when it comes to this pro motocross shit. It's literally like you're either winning championships within the first, couple years, or you're losing your factory ride. There's not a lot of in between, bro. There really is not a lot of in between. So even though it's impressive what Deegan's doing, it's like, yeah, but if he wasn't doing this, he would be just about losing a factory ride. So it's like, yeah, I mean, this is what he's got to be doing. You see what I'm saying? Even though it is amazing, it doesn't help to continue to look at it like Deegan's just some random fucking amateur dude coming through, He needs to be doing this. He needs to go out there and win a Supercross championship. He needs to go out there and back up this outdoor championship next year. I mean, that's all like almost like bare minimum stuff you would need to do to get on a good 450 factory team.